Hey, welcome back to Eat It Barbecue. I know we've been gone for a little while. You guys are still supporting us, giving us lots of views. If you would, take just a second, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends about us, and you know it's always appreciated. Now today, since it's almost Thanksgiving, so we're going to cook a turkey a little bit early because some of you guys may want to try your hand at smoking a whole turkey. So what I've got here, if I can get the turkey loose, it is almost a 17-pound turkey. So I'm going to get this thing out, I'm going to rinse it off, get it over here in the pan, and when I get to that point we'll come back and show you how we're going to work this thing. Okay, we're back. We got the bird out, and it's up to you, and I've done it both ways. You can pull that out or leave it in there. I'm just going to leave it in there today. The other thing is, that's how it came out of the package. My skin has been cut. It's not in very good shape back there either. But anyway, what we're going to use on this bird, this is Tony's. I've always called it Chacheree, but a viewer corrected me on it. It's actually Chacheree. And I really wasn't sure about it, but I actually saw a commercial the other day for this stuff, first time ever. And it is Chacheree, just like it was SH instead of CH. Comes in a bottle, looks just like this. Comes with the injector on the side. So every time you buy a bottle, you get a new injector. And they actually, how many we got over there? We got a bunch.
Yeah.
I mean, they've worked for quite a while. So anyway, we're going to inject it up with some of that. Try to keep some moisture in it. And then we have kind of the usual suspects with just one or two changes. We got the onion powder, garlic powder, and paprika. We're going to use some Trade East. It's Canadian chicken seasoning on it. And this one right here, this is made by Trade East, and it's rosemary garlic. It's really good flavor on poultry. But the bad part about it is, if you don't chop it up a little bit, it's like eating sticks. It's little pieces of sticks in there. So I always take and grind it up just a little bit. Oh, you know, that's enough. Let's do a little more. A little bit more like that. See if this thing works. This is the most aggravating thing I ever bought in my life. How long did it take us to get it to work?
Oh my God.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
15 minutes? But it does a really good job. It chops the stuff up really good. That's probably fine enough. Let's look in there. And maybe a little bit more. I just like doing it since it's working. Okay. That's good enough. So, I've got that done. We won't need any more of that. That stuff smells really good though. I'm going to start injecting on this bird. You can pull it right out of the bottle if you want. I just don't like to contaminate the bottle. I always pour it into another glass. What the heck? That thing just worked. Now it's not wanting to work. There we go. Alright, we're just going to start shooting this bird up.
John, Frank, Mary, Marjorie, 7 bricks. Edward, Robert, Sam, 6720.
You know, this is going to help hold moisture inside this bird. And that's going to be the hardest thing out there on the pit, is not drying your breast meat out. But we'll let it sit in the smoke until we get a nice color. It'll probably take it a couple hours. And then we'll go ahead and cover it up, just like you would if you were cooking one in the oven. And of course we'll go out and baste it every, I don't know, half hour, 45 minutes. 17-pound bird. I'm probably going to start this out around 275. At least while it's smoking. Once I get it covered up, I might bump the temp up to, I mean, we'll see how long or where we're at temperature-wise when I do that. But I'll probably bump the temperature up to, I don't know, 300, 325, more of what you'd be doing in the house. Which I think every time I've ever done one in the house, I usually cook them around 350. What do you cook one on camera, babe?
Probably about 350.
I asked you a question, you weren't ready for it.
I know. Thank you.
Alright, so we're going to get some of this dark meat shot up here. I've been kind of looking forward to this all week. I like turkey.
It's usually really good, yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'll be yummy. Which is probably how we'll have it tonight anyway. We'll probably have turkey sandwiches. We're not going to go full Thanksgiving dinner on this. But I wanted to do a video before Thanksgiving so you guys can see how I do these. Get in there. Hitting the bone. The bone. Right in the other side. This side. Remember the year I did the turducken?
Oh, yeah. That was really good, too.
It was really good.
But it was freaky to watch you do it.
It was a lot of work. I think I did the chicken and the duck the night before. Then the next night I did the turkey, deboned it. Because you can watch videos on YouTube and see, and there were a couple that I watched. I think, God, one might have been like Jay Bear or something. It's down south, Louisiana, someplace. And that guy does that chicken. I swear he does that chicken in about 4 minutes.
Yeah.
It takes me about an hour and a half.
Getting all the bones out. And, yeah.
Well, I'm telling you, that first time when I did the chicken, I remember sitting on the porch afterwards going, oh my God, that was the best chicken I'd ever had in my life. And the great part about it is, you slice it like a roast because there's no bones in it. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Now we're going to take the rest of this injection and we're just going to pour it right over it. Give it a good rubbing. Get the wings. Rub it up inside. Rub it all over. Alright, I'm going to get rid of one glove. Now I don't have to. I would holler for you, but you don't like being on the camera. You're anti-camera.
I am.
Mm.
I'm anti a lot of things.
Okay, this is our rosemary garlic. I'm just gonna get it in my hand. I can do a better job that way.
It's really good on potatoes, too. You roast them.
Oh yeah, roasted potatoes. Yeah. It's a really good seasoning. Like I said, it's just if you don't chop it up, grind it up a little bit more, it's pretty coarse. You feel just like you're eating little tiny sticks. It is really good. Now most of my meat, when I do it, Sit down in here on this wing. I'm not a big fan of panning your meat in the smoker because I always feel like it you don't get as much smoke. This is going to be the exception, and my chickens are an exception. I always cook them in a pan, and basically kind of like a butter bath, I guess, because we're going to put butter in the bottom of this pan. We might put a little bit of chicken stock in there if I've got any. Now this is our onion powder. And I've talked about this before. This is actually powder. I made the mistake of buying this at the store instead of granulated. But we're getting close here. We're about almost to halfway down, suffering through this. And this is a pretty big bird, so don't be afraid to put some seasoning to it. I'm going to switch over to garlic powder. Once again, I recommend granulated. This is powdered. Don't worry too much about getting the bottom of the turkey. It's going to be sitting in liquid, and plus all these seasonings and stuff, there's stuff in the bottom of the pan. It's going to basically sit and kind of braise in that. So we've got our garlic, we've got our onion, we've already done our chacheree, and our rosemary garlic. So well, I ain't doing very good one-handed, I can tell you that. Okay, this is our Canadian chicken seasoning. Give it a good coat of that. Down in between them wings down in there. Okay. We got one to go. This is our smoked paprika. This is going to give us a nice color out there on the pit. Give it a good coat of that. And, you know, it's up to you. You could put barbecue seasoning. You could use the, I guess the chacheree. Well, we don't know just exactly how long ago that the camera shut off. We just noticed. So, run back through what I did. I started out rosemary garlic. We chopped it up, put a good amount of that on. Did the onion and garlic powder. Got paprika, and we got the Canadian chicken seasoning on there. And we injected it full of the Chacheree butter injection, the Creole butter injection. So the last thing we're going to do is I'm going to take this butter and squirt all around in the pan. If I can get it to open. I guess I ain't going to be touching that bird anymore. I can take this glove off. Yeah, hopefully we didn't lose too much of that.
I don't think you did. I just had to look up there and I saw those words.
Hope not. It probably just timed out again.
Mm-hmm.
It was on for a minute.
No, I was looking at you, so my bad.
Slacking in your jaw.
Yeah,
knees.
I was looking around the camera and what you were doing.
I'm making sure I wasn't screwing up.
Well, it looks different when I'm looking through the camera at it than it does when I just do this. So I had to
Okay,
make
that's
sure.
pretty much it. I'm going to hunt around, see if I have some chicken stock, and if I do that, I'll put it in right before I stick it on the pit. I'm going to go out and get a couple chimneys of charcoal going and get that pit up to like 275. Be right back. Okay, we're out to the pit. It's sitting right at 275. I've got one piece of hickory and one piece of apple wood down in the firebox. 2 chimneys of charcoal in there. Now it's 40 degrees out here today, and so I've got my welding blanket out on the firebox, and probably once I get this bird in here, I'm going to get my other welding blanket out and throw over the cooking chamber just to hold heat and probably save on some charcoal, hopefully. So one other thing I did, and you're definitely probably going to want to do it too, is I put a big baking sheet underneath this pan, because If not, it's going to want to fold up, and it's going to be almost impossible to be able to do anything with this bird. Let's see, with the baking sheet underneath it, you can just grab the baking sheet. Now the other thing that I like to do with my meat, if I'm doing a brisket or a large cut of meat, and I would consider this a large cut, is I always try to put it in. Let me get this poured in here. I always put my meat in there like a brisket. It has a high spot and then it tapers off down with a point and a flat meat. I always put that tapered end over here towards the smoke so it's aerodynamic and the smoke rolls up over. With the bird, you really can't do that. So I stuck it breast side that direction. I might spin it halfway through. We'll see how it's doing. But like I said, I'm going to get my other welding blanket, throw over top this cooking chamber, and we'll come back and look at it here in just about an hour. We're back. It's been an hour. We're going to open this up. It's running, and I brought a flashlight because I know it's dark. It gets dark early this time of year. Well, it's running, I don't know, about 290, 295. And this probably has a lot to do with these blankets. They really do insulate well. If you want to do this, make sure these are high heat blankets. Don't just use a blanket off your bed. I don't think that'd be very safe. I mean, it might work. I don't know. I wouldn't try it. Oh yeah, that's looking good. That has good color. And I brought my baster. I'm just going to take some of this liquid and baste this bird. Just about that simple. You can see it. It's looking good. Guess it helped. I suck some up in there. Yeah, it's really looking yummy, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. I'm liking it. I'm liking the way it's looking. Okay, that's it. Now, really at this point, I'm just going to let it keep going and make sure I keep my smoke on it. Try to keep my temp down. Like I said, with these blankets, it wants to run just a little bit hotter than it would without. But, you know, for being, it's probably in the upper 30s out here now. The sun's gone down. Everything's looking good. We'll come back and look at this thing here again, probably another 45 minutes or an hour. Hour number 2, and I really wish you could smell this. That rosemary garlic, and you can just, it's awesome. So we're going to look at this, see where we're at. Now, to me, that's getting a good color. So I'm going to baste it again here. I hear coyotes yipping. You hear them?
I heard something.
Yeah. Those coyotes. Man, this thing's really looking good. I really wish you could smell it. And here in a couple hours, you're going to be wishing that you could taste it. Okay, so at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cover that with foil because I really like the color of that. And I'm hoping that, does it look good on the camera? Can you see the color?
Well, back the
Is the light too close?
Yeah.
Is that better? I mean, the color of this thing is just incredible. But see, that's all personal preference. So if you want it darker, that's up to you. But
No.
I'm going to cover this thing with foil, and then we're going to come back here. I'll probably keep basting it every 45 minutes or an hour, and we'll come back at the end of this when our breast gets to about 165. We'll see you then. Oh gosh, here we are. It's been what, 8 hours? Wow, it's been 8 hours. Ooh.
Wow.
Here is our turkey. Ta-da! This thing smells incredible. It really does. Now I let this rest about in a half hour. I just brought it in, and man, it looks good, and it smells good. So, without any further ado, we're going to make a slice here. We're going to cut into this thing and see. See what we got. Now I took this to about, oh, the breast was about mid 170s. And you see our little factory temperature thing says it's done. So we'll see what we got here. Let's see if anything, see if we got any good happening. Might be all bad. I don't think so. It smells good. It really does smell good. I'm gonna get a fork. We gotta get some way here to get on some of this. Get some of that out of there. You see how that sliced?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. Got a little bit of smoke ring. This is tender, and I'll try a little bite of it. You see how juicy that is? You probably can't.
I just see juice on it, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Oh, I need a moment. Man, that is really tender. It's juicy. I told y'all in a few hours you'd wish you were me. This is really good. See how tender that is?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Get some more of that out. Alright. So you see what I do with the turkey? I'm going to throw it on the smoker. Miss my mouth when I'm trying to eat. You got to try this. This is delicious. So, till next time, keep it smoking.